Everybody? Andy here, back again with Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz, bringing you another set review. We got Goblin Slayer today. Pretty excited for this one. I don't know what any of these cards do, but I know that they're apparently pretty good. That's what the word on the street is.
Yeah.
And with me, I got Carmen, Brian, and Zach, the usual suspects.
That's me.
Yep.
Hi.
I am the usual suspects.
We don't trust Brian.
Thanks again to Little Akiba and Heart of the Cards for their translations and scans. You guys are awesome. And let's get into it, right?
All right, so we're going to start with the trial deck, right? Yeah.
Starting with the trial deck. First card, Cowgirl, Strong Girl. During your turn, all your other Goblin Slayers get 2,000. All your other Goblin Slayers Silent Intention get 2,000 power and then bonds. So this is just an Apple bond.
Yep. Apple bond.
But it's 2,000 on your turn, continuous, not just 1,000 continuous.
Yes.
Do we like these better or do we like these worse? I think these are worse.
I personally like them worse. Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are a lot worse.
I think they're worse. I like that the normal Apple bonds, like the original ones, like the 6,500 ones, hold board a little bit better on the swing back. Yeah. And like 6,500 is enough to get over most stuff anyway. The extra 1,000 doesn't mean too much.
Yeah.
Still, Apple bond on a trial deck. Pretty standard these days.
Yeah, give it an Apple out of 10.
Yeah, I don't. It's like a C minus.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Apple bonds are like really solid.
Yeah,
like,
I know you're a fan.
They're like pretty good still.
K1 plus.
It is a plus, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not a great plus. You're plussing for a vanilla.
Hey man.
Hey, it's good enough for Madoka.
You can't even see. The Goblin Slayer is so strong, so immense, that he can't even fit his whole body in the frame of the card.
That's because he's 7,500. That must be on his turn.
Yeah, he's so big. He's like those Pokemon cards where you need two stacked on top of each other.
All right.
Yeah.
Enough said about this. Let's just move on.
All right. So what is this? Goblin Slayer. Something hidden on the path. Moves placed from hand to stage. Gets 1,500 power for the turn. So swings for 4. Boring. Very boring.
Yeah,
it's fine.
There's not a lot to say about this card.
I don't see a reason
it's a
to
card.
own this at all. I don't like these sort of just on play gets power. I'm gonna give it a D, maybe D minus.
I'm gonna do D plus. It's definitely somewhere in the bad territory. It's not a terrible card, but it's definitely outclassed.
There's so many better cards.
Yeah.
You're right.
As a fan of 4Ks, this is a fucking insult. Next card.
Doesn't hold board. Next card.
Doesn't hold board.
All right. We've got Goblin Slayer, one who slays goblins.
Whoa.
Is that actually the name?
That's actually what it's called. When this card is placed from your hand to the stage, gets 1,500 power, goes up to 6k for the turn. When this card attacks, if Rhythm of Eradication is in your climax zone, you may pay the cost, which is top card of your library, to your clock. If you do choose one of your other characters and this card, they gain the following 2 abilities until the end of the turn. This cannot be reversed by your opponent's characters, auto abilities. And when this card's battle opponent is reversed, choose a character in your waiting room and return it to your hand.
This is just power crap. This is just power crap's version of all these on
attack, pay 1.
Yeah.
Give 2 characters the effect.
Yeah, let's give give all your characters effect. This gives itself and something else, but also gives can't be bombed, and it's quote unquote costless. You just clock yourself.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a Shimakaze that can't be bombed, but also gives its effect to another character.
Yeah, this is just straight power crap. This might be the best trial deck combo they printed in a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good for TD.
Especially for new players, right? Like, this is all the good things about... we've said this a couple times, how we like how those pay 1 on attack with the gates that give salvage. That I think there was one in Bunny Girl, there's one in Review. This is just power crept of that, I think. This is just better than that.
I don't know. Let's look at it from another angle, though, right? Like, not being able to be reversed is like maybe a drawback, because then you leave this weak body for them to get a reverse. Their
No, it's
level 1
only
combo.
no.
It
It's
just
only auto abilities. It's bombs.
Yeah, it can't be bombed.
It
It can't
just-
be
it's
reversed
just-
by auto abilities.
Only till the end of your turn.
I know, but what if you want it to be reversed by an auto ability, so you don't leave the reverse target? You know what I mean?
And
45 is pretty weak on the swing back. He's gonna die anyway.
And just choose your third lane. Or choose
And
your...
you still do have to clock yourself.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
I think it's still better, though.
It's still a fine card. I mean there are situations where the effect is suboptimal, but I feel like for a trial deck combo, I would absolutely recommend this to a new player.
Okay, well, let's look at it from the other angle.
Absolutely. I think it's like a great trial deck combo. I don't think it's like the best. I think.
I mean,
you
it's
know.
no Crystal Song Yukina.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think Yukina probably.
I
has
was
the beat,
I was
but-
coming from that angle. Would you play this outside the trial deck? Like with no knowledge of other combos that are in the set. Let's try to be not biased here. Would you play this outside the trial deck?
I probably
I-
would. Sure.
Yeah.
Only if Goblin Slayer has access to a level 1 bomb would I play this.
They do.
Okay, well then I
Yeah.
would try. I would try this.
Yeah.
So would I.
I think this is pretty interesting.
It's not. It's not on reverse. It's off of gate.
It is on reverse.
Oh,
The plus
wait,
is on reverse, yeah.
But two characters have on reverse plus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's a little bit easier.
But you can give it, you only need one copy to plus twice, maybe. So,
Sure.
Right, which is really not that bad.
hmm
This isn't really a combo that you want to try, Field. I
no,
mean, you can.
you could play 2 of this, you take 2 damage, and you might plus 4. It's because you can, that's pretty good.
I mean, why would you do that when you could just play Kokoro level 1 combo and plus
Also-
6 for free?
Oh my god, because this doesn't also, it doesn't sit at 6k, it's only 6k for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Swings for
You know
7.
what this reminds me of? It's basically like accelerate. You know, you don't want to get too greedy with it.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is.
It's like you could end
Yeah.
up clocking yourself like 3 times, and then I'm at the end of my turn. I have 10 cards in my hand. I'm an
This
idiot.
is almost exactly like the double boomerang spiral I ran in my original Gurnagon robots deck.
That's on, that's not on a 1k one though, right? That's on a stock
Yeah, I think
soul.
it's on stock soul.
That's
yeah.
on a stock soul, but you have to pay 1.
Yeah, this is on gate and you clock yourself, which I think is better.
Yeah.
Like,
For the sheer fact that it's on gate.
this is
Yeah.
interesting. Spoiler alert, obviously there are much better level 1 options in this set. But this is fine.
Are you referring to the level 1 combo that's run in literally every Goblin Slayer deck?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, Brian.
Yeah, itself.
But talking about this card, I'm gonna give it a B.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. It's better than average for sure. I'd mess with it.
I think I'm going to give it a B minus. I don't think it's probably on the lower end of playability, but I think it is still potentially good enough to be run in a high end list.
This is definitely a good place to start for people who are, because Goblin Slayer is gonna bring people into the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a good thing to be in the trial deck.
Yeah,
Like in any other set, this would be like a perfectly reasonable thing to run. But Goblin Slayer is just so good that this isn't good enough in comparison.
By comparison, yeah.
All right, on its in a vacuum, it's a pretty good card.
And it's
Yeah,
off
You're getting your
gate
money's
too.
worth. You're getting
It's
your
off-
money's worth for that trial deck.
It's off gate. Ah, so good. Love gate. All right, yeah, let's move on. Sorry, Zach.
Goblin Slayer Silent Intention, 5/5 vanilla. It's the Apple Bond target.
D minus.
I don't know. It's vanilla. That means it's basically an oversize at level 1.
I don't know, dude. Kaide catches more reverses than I ever thought possible. Is 55 actually big enough?
I mean, everyone's running all these utility cards at level 1, which sit well below the vanilla stat line.
Is 5k
I agree with
oversized?
Andy, D plus.
It allows you to run apples in your deck. Therefore, it gets the
He's
plus.
too powerful for the confines of the card, dude. He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. This is like the worst card art ever. It's just an uncropped 3D model. Like this is worse than like a Project Diva card. And I am like on record as hating Project Diva art. This is pretty bad.
You know what would make Goblin Slayer
Wait, what's
better?
the flavor text? Is the flavor text just Soka? Is it just I see?
It's not translated.
No, it's not because it wouldn't be a question. But
Are you a goblin?
It's also too
Well,
many.
let us know in the comments. What this
Goblin
says.
Yeah, I don't. This is too many. I recognize some of the. Nope, never mind. I'm not even gonna try. I can't read moon runes.
Yeah, post in the comments what this flavor text says.
We're all
right.
fake weebs.
Moving on. Here you go,
Alright,
Andy.
we got Goblin Slayer, Benevolent Execution. During your turn, for each of your other characters, he gets plus 500, and he has character encore.
This is like bad silica, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting a theme here where like everything's powerful on your turn, but kind of weak on theirs.
In the trial deck, at least, yeah. It's funny because the set is kind of the opposite of that. The booster, but trial deck seems to be your turn stuff. Yeah, this is bad silica though. It doesn't have power on opponent turn, but can go to 8k on your turn. Has encore. I typically don't like these at all. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's like bad silica.
Yeah, I know Goblin Slayer runs standby. I assume they have better standby targets than this.
Yeah,
they do.
I would think so.
So I'm struggling to even call this niche in some form or another.
D-.
It's just not very good.
If it's their only standby target, it gets the C then, but
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
does
not.
better.
otherwise.
Not at all. All right. Okay, this is what is this? Number 6?
Yep.
Goblin Slayer, like a parent bird. What the fuck? 2/165. It's got a soul trigger. During your turn, if you have another priestess, like a chick, this gains 4,000 power, so it's a 10/5. Also has come and play ditch and order character. You can choose that priestess and put it to any slot on the stage.
Like a chick.
Yeah.
So this is a spicy combo.
So it's like ditch a card, bring this 2/1 out without color identity, and it's a 10/5. What does this 2/1 do? Can we scroll to it? Hold on. Oh, it's a level assist.
Oh, okay, that's not horrible.
And your opponent can't use Encore the turn you bring it to stage, whether by the effect or from hand. That's okay. That's a little weird.
Something.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so what? So this is an 11/5?
Yeah, and your opponent can't Encore.
For 1 and pitch a card?
You just kill something, yeah.
Is that fine? Is that okay?
I feel like
it's okay.
I feel like it's actually okay, yeah.
For a trial deck, it's definitely better than average. I don't know. This maybe like
I think the level assist is the better half of this, but
yeah.
The fact that it stops them from using Encore for a turn. The turn it's played.
Like I think the level assist might actually be like playable outside of the trial deck.
Maybe. I don't know. There are lots of really good options for pump in this set.
That's true. I don't know
on.
any of the cards in this set yet, so I'm just calling it how I see it.
Exactly.
I'd give this like a C. I think it's interesting. I don't know if it's actually good enough.
Yeah, it's definitely niche tier.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it's really good in a trial deck where all your shit just gets reversed and it just like lets you puke out 2 bodies. And they're really big. Like good for newer players.
I think it's like it's alright, I guess. It's like the weaker half of the combo though.
What is with the cropping in this set, man? Can they just like put Goblin Slayer like in?
They gotta show off how big he is.
We are not allowed to see the top of his head.
I'm pretty sure Goblin Slayer in the show is like a fucking manlet, dude. I'm pretty sure he's like super small.
What? He's huge.
And I don't think so, dude. But yeah, is that anything else to say about it? It is cool. It's notable you can't ditch any card. You have to ditch a character.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the flavor text on this card is Soka.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's okay. It's worth noting that order is the common trait, and there is no goblins in this set at all. So all characters are order, as far as I know.
Okay.
So it's
So
literally.
What does order even stand for? Like,
It's like because they're all in the
It's the
Adventurers
party.
Guild. It's like order, you know. They're in an order of adventures or something. I don't fucking know, dude.
are they part of the order or something?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know.
We're all part of the order.
It's kind of upsetting we didn't get a Goblin Army deck in this set.
Yeah, that there's no green.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched the dub and they just called it the guild.
What?
Watch
There's
the
a dub for this?
Yeah, it's pretty
You
good.
missed the
actually.
best
No, it's
fucking part of the
terrible.
show where he just goes Soka all the time. He just goes, I see,
In the
I
English
see.
version, he just goes goblins.
he
That's what
he doesn't even say I see all the time.
It's just like, are there goblins?
Goblins.
Goblins.
All right. Next card. Oh, it's a real card. All right, here you go, Brian.
We've got their name is Goblin Slayer. During battles involving this card, your opponent can't play backups from hand. Also, during your turn, when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may pay 3. If you do, deal 2 to your opponent.
So just to say this is like the off finisher of choice that people run.
Yeah. I can
That's
see
pretty
why.
good, yeah.
Burn 2, 2 and 3 is you look at 3 and that's a lot, but you get to work up to it, and 2 damage is hella good.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can't play backups. That's super sweet spot. You're paying for the damage modulation more so than the amount of actual damage.
Yeah, I guess they're done printing pay 3, burn 5.
Yeah. I would pay 3 to burn 2 a lot more than I would pay 3 to burn 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can't play backups. I think there's a card in the set that bonds to this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In the trial deck or
in the booster, I believe there is a card that bonds to this.
it bonds to a trial deck card?
That bonds to the trial deck card, yes. I believe so. I believe that's how it works. But
Huh.
yeah,
It's not unheard of. They've done it before.
So this, along with the card we're gonna look at next, are the big reasons that you want to pick up a trial deck. I think there's a priestess drop search in the trial deck as well. But we'll get to those. But yeah, I think this is fine. I don't know if it's A. I think it's B plus.
It's a pretty good card.
Maybe A minus.
I think it's really good, dude. Can't back up.
Well, you can still play event backups. You can still get seizured.
Oh, that is true. I guess
Yeah, it's definitely good. But
I still think I'd give it an A.
Yeah, that's still just a weird edge case. I feel like in most cases this card is pretty good.
yeah, pay 3 burn 2 is just really, really good. It would be a lot better if it was 3 for 3. Pay 3 3 burn 3. I think there's a what was it? I was playing what is it? That Symphogear list. And it runs that Chris that's pay 3 burn 3. But that's on attack. But those feel really good.
Yeah.
3 for 3, but 3 for 2 is still pretty good. And they can't play backups, so.
I mean, you could always just Fumio your opponent and burn 5 a bunch.
Ugh. Gross. Next.
Torch. If you don't have an order character, you can't pay this from your hand. Look at up to 4 cards, take an order character, discard the rest.
The
To
event
backup.
of choice.
This is the good torch.
Milfour
Yeah.
event on a backup.
I'm pretty sure this combos with another card in the set, I believe.
Yeah, so the
Yes.
Goblin
Later
Slayer
on.
combo.
I'll renew this.
Yeah. So the Goblin Slayer that everyone plays at 1, the dumb one, it can either grab this torch or the torch from the booster. The torch from the booster is literally Force from Star Wars. Drag stuff on your opponent's board to another spot. And this is just this is Satellite Scan. Which, as we've learned, is a pretty good card for manipulating your deck.
Yeah.
The fact that you can use it on opponent turn, so if you can't mill out all the way on your turn, you combo, you grab this, and you can mill out the rest of your deck on your opponent's turn if it's clean. Just really strong consistency tool. And a loopable event. Loopable events are good. This is a look at up to 4, so it's not bad on second deck. Unlike stuff like Warehouse, where you're mandatory mill 3, which sometimes you might not want to do. This just lets you modulate and pitch out and all sorts of crazy stuff all the time. And it's a backup. It just like does everything.
Yeah, this card's like, or last I checked was like $7 or $8 in JP.
Yeah, and it's a trial
The,
deck
tri-
card.
the trial deck torch.
You get 2 of them, so your trial deck pays for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably you can't get trial decks in JP anymore. Like everybody's
likely
probably
not, yeah.
bought them all up, yeah. So yeah, definitely go out and get 2 trial decks on release, guys. Is what we're telling you because of this. Just this and the off finisher you need.
Would you see this as S or A?
I don't think it's actually that good in a vacuum.
I'd say it's B, like on its own.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
In
Yeah,
a
that
vacuum,
makes
B
sense.
plus because it's a backup. Actually, you know what? A minus because it's a backup. Because if you're a smart player, the backup just gives you even more good ways to use this, and it's a very good deck manipulation tool, no matter what deck you're on. I'm definitely.
I do
minus.
like this card. I feel like it's the ability to alter your deck state during your opponent's turn. I feel like is huge. But yeah, I just fact checked myself. It's $3 in on UUT right now.
Okay.
It's 300 yen.
Well, you get
A
to
lot of
play.
yen.
You get to play everyone's favorite randomizer, where you play this on second deck, and you very slowly agonize over flipping additional cards, and then you mill the climax. You're like, fuck, and then you eat 7. Zach and I have done it many times.
Yeah, that does happen. I've seen it happen.
Yeah. But smart play with this, like you're flooded with climaxes for some reason. You can pitch out before the end of your next deck on your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. Like you don't even have to reveal a card; you can just pitch a card.
hey, well, I love Star Wars and I love Millen 4, so
Yeah.
pretty good card in my book.
The other torch is super cool too. I can't wait till we look at that one in the actual set.
Can't wait till we get Star Wars in English.
Yeah, cool. Keep dreaming, bud. All right, next card.
I believe this one's
is
me.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Rhythm of Education. Rhythm of
No,
Eradication.
no, it's Guild.
Am I on the right card?
No, this is blue card. The climaxes are on the
This is Guild Girl Flower in the background.
Okay. I'm sorry. Guild Girl Flower in the background.
Or wait, Andy, before you get into this, there's an empty red Stoxel in the trial deck. I wanted to mention that. I didn't have a slide for it. It doesn't combo with anything. There's an empty red Stoxel.
Is that charge?
Charge, yes.
That's kind of interesting. Usually, I don't think I've seen a trial deck with an empty stock soul. Usually, it's like an empty 2-soul or something.
Usually it's a 2-soul, yeah.
But Goblin Slayer gets special privilege for some reason.
Yep. It's the hentai lips. All right, go ahead, Andy.
Well, anyway, we got the homie Guild Girl. Beginning of your climax phase, choose one of your characters. It gets the ability when this direct attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a character, put it in your hand, choose a card in your hand, and discard it. It's pretty nice. And she's a pay 1 brainstorm to draw a card when you hit a climax.
This is a really interesting brainstorm.
I feel like
for a trial deck.
this is super good.
I think the first effect's really good.
It's a recurable filter every turn.
Yeah,
That's really good.
that's really good.
If that was on like a if it was on like a salvage or a search brainstorm, it'd be like a A+ or an S, I think.
This is
For
a
sure.
this is a really good brainstorm to like throw down actually at 0, because every turn you have it down at 0, you get to filter to like try to set up for your level 1.
Yeah, and you
Because
get through your deck faster.
You'll get more direct attacks at 0, obviously, than any other time in the game. Like on average, right? You have to direct attack, but
It has to direct attack. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you have to direct attack. I think that's still interesting. It's still super cool.
It's interesting. Yeah, I heard it as when this character attacks. I was like, oh god, that's busted.
Yeah.
No, not when this character.
Well, I think it's more busted this way because you can just sit this in the back row the whole game and every turn get this effect.
Oh, I think it's really good in a trial deck.
I think it might be good enough to play. Period. Just maybe it's like a one-up though. I mean, not like it wouldn't replace your other brainstorm.
I don't know about that.
It's at its best at the very early game when you're most likely to direct attack, and if you're putting this in like in actual like better of brainstormer with like a better effect when you hit a climax, how are you gonna get this way early game?
I think you would I think you'd maybe run like decks usually run like 3 or 4 Brainstormers, right?
Right.
So if you wanted to have a utility card and say like this could be my 4th or 5th copy of a Brainstorm,
It'd be
but it
really
also has
hard
other
to
uses.
choose
It would just be
Brainstorm.
like a utility 0.
The other Brainstorms in the set are so good though, and they're both self-rest. There's a self-rest salvage and a self-rest search in this set. Like you can just run both. So
I mean, I guess
don't
it
know.
depends what the second effect is on it. How much you value that first effect.
Yeah, I think the blue one is like when you reveal an event, give something 1,000 power. It's like the Hanamaru almost.
Yeah, I think
When you
you're
trigger an
right. Yeah, I
event,
think that's what it is.
I think that's the priestess that most people run, and the other one has a climax combo with the standby, I believe. The cowgirl one.
Oh yeah. You do something and you whenever you play the standby, you stand whatever you.
I think you just
standby.
pop it to hand. It's like
Yeah, it pops to
return this
hand.
card to hand, stand a standby character.
Hey, you guys are getting ahead of yourself. Quit spoiling me
Yeah, those are spoilers.
yeah.
for the next video.
I mean, if we're talking about if you're gonna run this as a 4th, like 3 of one Brainstorm, 1 of the other one, maybe. But like, I'd rather run a self tap of whatever the thing I'm not running is in that slot than this. It's still cool for a trial deck, though. I think it's really neat that it's an effect, a first effect that isn't power related, that still has like at 0 utility. Like at Brainstorm, you want to slam down at 0. Yeah, I think I agree with Zach. It's like I'm gonna go C+. I don't think it's that good, but
I think due to the fact that you're forced to direct attack, I think it has to be C tier for me anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you made him second guess himself. I was gonna say C anyway, though. I think I think it's kind of niche. Just like maybe if you want an extra Brainstorming, that first effect's pretty good.
it's definitely cool. You're gonna give it
Yeah,
a C
the
for
effect
cool.
is neat for sure.
All right, next. All right, so this is Priestess, Will of Independence. All your other order characters gain 500s, global 5, and then pay 2 rest this, put the top card of your clock in your waiting room. This is a recurable heal in the trial deck. That's a global 500 power. That's pretty neat.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this effect on other level zeros, but
it's an afterglow.
I don't think the first effect's as useful though.
It's just global 5.
Global 5 is
It's fine.
fine.
No. I mean, I don't think the afterglow card had as useful an effect as +5. I thought it was kind of like
I think
not
it was
very
also +5 actually. I can double check that. I think it's a Tomoe.
I don't know. I think No Game No Life has a card like that, and I remember it not being this good.
I mean, you know what would make
it's
this
a
card better is
multi-life
if it did giraffe search.
If a giraffe searched and healed.
Oh,
yeah,
that
no. They
that would be
literally
spicy.
Afterglow literally has this exact same card. Global 5, pay 2, heal.
And nobody plays it in Afterglow.
Some people throw it in their list. But the JP is slower, and you can actually like get value off that to like sit yourself at 2 longer.
That's true.
I feel like the Priestess deck's super defensive too. Like they just keep walling up and then can really
They have
get the benefit off of this heal, maybe.
They have a really good option for heal though in that event in the set, which we'll get to. The super spicy event, the Virgin event, I think. The one that
3-5.
Yeah, the 3-5 event. This is
Spoilers.
cool. This is cool. This is cool though. I forget what we gave the Tomoe. Did we do multi-live? I feel like we didn't do multi-live.
I think
No,
we
I
the
don't.
most recent one.
We didn't do multi-live.
Okay. I'm gonna give it like a C, just straight C. I could see someone putting this in their deck as a 1-of, like because of the Priestess like strategy. Like Andy said, you kind of want to sit at 2 forever if you're early playing it against the deck.
There we go.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. It does have niche applications. If only it giraffe searched instead of healing the pay 2 search.
Yeah.
Easy plus.
Love to giraffe.
Love to giraffe.
We love Jeffrey.
Fuck Jeffrey. Healing's way cooler than Jeffrey.
All right, next card.
All right, we have Priestess, Mother Earth's Messenger. 0/0/2000. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, look at the top card of your deck and put it on the top or the bottom. When this card is placed on your hand or from your hand to the stage, you may pay 1, ditch 1. If you do, it's a drop search. It's a drop search that scries on play.
It's bare necessities, Ilya. As Brandon
I love
would
it.
say, you got the bare necessities. Yeah, so this...
But this is actually in a good set, though.
Yeah, this is Necessity Ilya in a better set. The Necessity Ilya is a good card.
I love it.
Especially, like, Scry is important because you need to set your Priestess to hit an event or order. Like, you can Scry a Climax to the bottom. Well, put it this way. You could Scry a Climax to the bottom and then, like, drop search. And then shuffle the Climax back up into your deck after your drop search. It's like, you can do that on one card.
What?
Yeah.
It's idiotic.
No, think about it. Okay, think about it this way.
I'm going to scry this card to the bottom and then shuffle.
Yeah, because if it's a Climax, you don't want a Climax in the bottom of your deck. You want it in your deck somewhere to cancel.
Well, then why wouldn't you drop search first?
Well,
why even scry at that point if you're just
no,
gonna shuffle?
Andy. I'm saying most of the time you drop search first. But if you put this down on your Priestess turn and you see a Climax, you could scry it to the bottom and then shuffle it back up, like just to move it. You know.
Oh, right. if you're not necessarily wanting to drop search, but you have the option to like shuffle that Climax.
So the priestess from the booster, it's to get the Neg Soul, you have to reveal a non-climax card, whether it is an event or a order character. So if you see a Climax, you can like go for filter and then also not have a Climax on the bottom of your deck too. So.
Oh man, I love it. I gotta go up. I gotta give it the good old A.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it
an
an
A minus. I think this card is legitimately good.
Drop searchers are already ready utility, and Scry is just even more. Big fan. Big fan of these, and it's in the trial deck, and it comes in foil. It has a SR and an SP variant.
Oh wow, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been a good trial deck so far.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I can't wait to trade you my foils, Carmen.
I will buy Priestess foils. Only Priestess foils. No other foils from the set. I'm glad this trial deck is good because Goblin Slayer is going to bring so many people into the game. I'm glad this is like a more than playable trial deck. But yeah, moving on.
Witch, some adventurer. This ability activates up to twice per turn when other order characters switch from hand to stage. This gains 1,000 power.
So it can swing for 45.
Yeah, if you play two other orders.
Is this the one from the that's always in the guild hall, being all smug with them, or is this the one in the first episode that gets destroyed?
First
hey,
episode.
No spoilers.
Yeah, Andy.
Sorry.
What if our viewers haven't seen Goblin Slayer?
Well, her name is just some witch. I don't think they're really expecting.
What did I give that first one? A D minus.
Character.
This is about on par with that. I'm gonna give it a D minus as well.
I'll give the first one an F. This is worse.
You think so? I don't think these are worse.
4K every time is worse than.
No, it's not 4K. 4K once is worse than this. Like
this
can
that is true.
This can be 3/5 or 4/5 twice if your opponent doesn't kill it.
Yeah,
so
you're constantly throwing your hand at the board.
Yeah, maybe D.
What do you mean if they don't kill it? Like,
they're gonna kill it.
Why would you need to be at 4,500 if they can't kill this? That means you're already over them.
Duh.
It's a redundant effect. This card sucks. Sorry, some witch.
Some
Next
adventurer. All right.
This is you, Andy.
Oh, this is me. Swordsman, some adventurer. During this card's battle, I cannot play backups.
What?
It's an oversize.
It's like an oversight. It's like the Yoshiko from...
I'm on the wrong card. Never mind. Yeah. You can't play.
It's kind of like the Yoshiko, but without the other good effect.
It's better than the other ones, at least.
I mean, at least the oversized, like, drawback.
It's still an oversize.
Doesn't mean anything.
It's a decent oversize.
D plus.
Yeah.
Can't see myself playing this card. And he just dies anyway. Oh, spoilers. Spoilers.
Wow, Carmen. Are you spoiling?
Watch out for that C-Wing.
Like 5 minutes into the first episode?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's actually in the guild hall in this picture. Are you sure he doesn't like? Isn't he the one who makes it out?
Spoiler.
Oh, whatever. We already fucking you already said he died.
I don't know if any. I don't know if any of them live. I don't think they do. Next.
Goblin.
Female martial artist, some adventure. Well, she definitely doesn't live.
What are their traits?
She does actually.
Does she?
Yeah, she does. She was.
This one is Order Adventurer. They're all probably Order Adventurer.
Yeah, they're all Order Adventure. Oh, these have adventure trait. Wait, is
They should've made it
Konosuba
like
Weiss? Is
Basketball Boy and just
Konosuba
had no
Weiss or
trait.
Schwarz side set?
It's a
Is Konosuba Weiss or Schwarz side?
Konosuba's Weiss.
Okay, so you can't mix these.
No, you can't.
All right, so you can't tutor out these adventure cards. Rest in peace. F tier card. F plus because it's like a backup, but this set has a 2K costless backup, so fuck this.
Yeah, F's in the chat for these adventurers.
All right, next.
All right, Priestess, Truth of Fire. 105,000. When this character attacks, if you have 2 or more other order characters, this gets 2k till the end of the turn. So if you have 2 other characters on the field, it swings for 7k. It's bad,
Boring.
but it's okay. Yeah, it's boring.
D plus again. Bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Swings for 7 at least. I would never put this card in my deck. Like I'd I don't see the point. I don't know. All these cards that they put in trial decks where they just tick up to 7. They have some thing where they swing for 7 on your turn. I hate all of them.
I mean, at least they're all right though. I mean,
Yeah, they're fine.
not
in
like
trial
it's
decks.
not like a terrible card.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the trial deck worse that this card's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's playable.
It's fine. Yeah.
All right. Next.
Priestess, second chick, level sister, on play or from hand or when put out by the effective Goblin Slayer like a parent bird. Your opponent can't use encore abilities for the turn.
Okay, so it
Including
has to
normal
come out by
cards.
the effect of the Goblin Slayer to
No, it
Or
doesn't.
from hand.
hand.
Oh, or from hand? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I can't read words.
Unfortunately, you can't. Doesn't trigger off of like standby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That would have
it's-
been pretty good.
I think it's fine. It's cool. Interesting. It's like good against another standby deck. Maybe as a tech card, like a hate card against like silicas and stuff. But like then you also have to win board against them too. Yeah.
That's easier said than done, but I think it
Yeah.
could be still worth experimenting with.
Yeah.
Just like even without the Goblin Slayer half of it, I think like you could still maybe run this in your deck if you want a way to like stop encores.
I think it's fine.
Just like think of it this way, it's just like one stock to deny their whole field encore.
Yeah. I think it's worth messing with maybe. But
You know what that would be in Angel Beats when Brett plays it? That's a climax combo, and he has to clock himself.
yikes.
Poor Angel Beats.
Rip.
Poor Angel Beats. When are we getting Angel Beats relive?
Never. Next card.
This one, me?
I think so, yeah.
Uh, Priestess Light exposes the chaos. When this card's placed from your hand to the stage, it gets X power for the turn times the number of order characters. Yuck!
Yeah, that's
goes to
Ew,
12
ew, 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 ew!
that
bloody,
one is
bloody priestess.
You know,
F.
yeah.
Join
I mean,
us.
like these. Okay, so these are in every trial deck. They're like fine, but why? Why would you ever?
It doesn't even have encore, or it doesn't even have like a bomb effect or shit.
It swings for 12/5 Andy. Okay, that's good enough. I'll give it an F plus. Stop bringing me into priestess. She's already covered in blood. All right, next. I guess this is me. Oh, it's the 3/2. Sick. I don't even have to look at this card. It's a healer. Oh, I was right. Okay. Priestess.
The fact that she's a priestess, give it away.
Priestess. Kindest heart. 500 for each of their order characters and on play heal. So it's 11/5 heal. At least it sits cross turn. It's like fine. Is this playable? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like C minus. Like
Yeah,
it's just an 11-5 heal.
it is a healer,
Yeah.
which is always useful, and it's continuous full
This
board.
this is
and
what I
11-5,
expected
yeah.
after we saw the can't play backups, pay 3, like on reverse burn 2. I figured the other one would be a healer.
They always are in trial decks, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the foil one, right? So
This one can be foil, yeah.
you can get a foil gate, a foil one of this. Those are the ones you'll get no matter what. And then either the level 1 or the drop search will either be an SR or SP. Huh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's it for the trial deck, right? The only thing that we didn't list, or what is it? The blue climax is
A
a 2
2-soul.
soul. Yeah, it's a 2 soul. So you'll get 4 2
I
souls?
knew it. I called it.
No, you'll get 4 gates,
Had to be there.
2
You
souls,
get 4 gates,
2 stock souls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of. That's 4 2 soul triggers. Which I guess
Sounds
is
like
pretty
a
standard.
typical Saki trial deck, right?
Yep. Yeah. So buy the trial deck and sack your friends out at locals. Lots of fun.
Where's Brandon?
Too busy eating chips and playing Code Vein. That's why
Still.
he couldn't be on the cast. All right, I think that's it for this. And anything else we want to say about trial deck?
Just that it's pretty
overall
good.
thoughts.
Overall
yeah.
seems pretty good.
This is a very good trial deck for new players, which is good because we keep saying this is going to bring people into the game. Goblin Slayer in English. Goblin Slayer is somehow unbelievably popular.
Yeah, I don't
blows my mind to this day how popular this show is.
I don't know how you're such a snob that you don't like it.
I don't want to get
Goblin
into
Slayer
it.
is super cool, man.
I don't want to get into it at all.
Well, he kills goblins.
Yeah, Goblin. He's
Cool
very.
Goblin.
It's at least memeable. So, but yeah, things that you want to pick up from the trial deck if you're like somebody who's like into the more competitive side of the game. Maybe you want to mess with the level 1 combo. Obviously, the torch, the off finisher, and the drop searcher are going to be the things that you want. Maybe we talked about the 2-1, the level assist. Maybe that's something you want to mess with. But those are the big things that you're looking for from this trial deck. So, but yeah, I think that's it for the trial deck.